Hey Leo, it's Sarah. You ready for 2024? In today's reading, we're going to especially dive into your home life, romance, wealth, career, health, and more. And keep in mind, this is my perspective on the astrology and the cards, and it may not resonate with everyone. And if it doesn't resonate with you, no worries. Take what corresponds to you and just leave the rest. Remember, this is a general reading. There are thousands and thousands of Leos out there, all having their own unique experiences. Now, as we shift our focus to 2024, it appears that there are some significant changes ahead. Hallelujah, and about time, right? As we shift into this divine energy, there's a lot happening. In particular, you want to mark your calendar for the Leo moon on January the 25th. And this celestial event not only promises a burst of energy and confidence that we all need, but also hints at a major reset for Leos. It could serve as a guiding light, helping us find the clarity that we've been searching for and more. But let's dive into the reading and see what the cards have to say. Today I'm using the Moonology deck, so let's do this. Let's begin by looking at where you are at the beginning of the month. Okay, believe in the impossible blue moon. I think Leo has been struggling for the last year to believe in themselves, believe in the future, get clear on what they want. I mean, there's so much has been going on with Leo. It has been a continuous struggle. And as the saying goes, some things only happen once in a blue moon. So, in other words, hardly ever, right? Well, this card signifies that you're about to get a rare chance that something one-off could be about to happen. Yeah, this is amazing. This is a very positive sign, and if you felt like you've been hoping for something to happen and maybe hoping for something big to happen or asking the universe for something big, then this is your sign. It is probably going to happen around the beginning of the month. It's likely that it will be a one-off out of the blue circumstance. So you need to be ready for this situation because it's probably going to be a rare opportunity. It's important that you believe that it's possible because, Leo, if you convince yourself that nothing good's going to happen, guess what? You're going to manifest that and nothing good will happen. But if you're asking the universe for help, for assistance, for your luck to come back, for all the good to come back into your life, then that's what you're going to manifest. Around the first week of the month, especially the first couple of days. In January the 1st, we end Mercury retrograde too. Now, we'll still be in the shadow for probably about 10 or 11 days. But the worst of it will be over, and some of the glitches around communication, some of the problems with technology will ease up. So you may finally see this email that you've been waiting for pop into your inbox or get a text from someone that could really change the situation for you. Be prepared and be ready to jump on it because it's, like I say, once in a blue moon. And let's see what your biggest obstacle for the month is going to be. Expect powerful changes, new moon eclipse. Okay. So your biggest obstacle for the month is going to be powerful changes. But guess what? You've been asking for these changes. And the reason that this is your obstacle is Leo's a fixed sign and we don't really do well with change, even if we're asking for it. Things can become chaotic and your whole life may actually be disrupted by this, especially if you fight it. Things have to change for you to move forward. I mean, that's a given. You know it. But it can be frightening and uncomfortable to make these changes. And even though your higher self is pushing for it, the universe is pushing for it, it's the right thing, you're probably still dragging your feet because you're just worried. You're uncomfortable, you're worried, and you're afraid you're going to screw up. But guess what? You're not. You're meant to be on a different path. And I think you know it. Deep down, this is not all there is out there. You're meant for something better, way better. And there is something much better suited to you, and you know this. But to get from here to there, you're going to have to make some changes. So if you're nervous, ask your guides to present signs for you, affirming that you're on the right track. And signs could include numbers like 1111, 123, or an animal such as a dragonfly, a bee, a butterfly, or something meaningful for you. So in other words, ask for a sign that you're on the right track, state what you want the sign to be, butterfly, bee, the numbers, and then make your decision, move forward, and see if you're not shown these signs. Don't be afraid of this and do your best to not fight the changes, because if you fight this, it's going to make it more difficult. Accept it with grace and optimism and know you'll soon be living a much happier life. It's just we're at the end of a cycle, but we haven't begun the next one yet. And that's why things are still kind of in this uncomfortable, chaotic flux state. But things are going to be really different by the end of the month, I promise you. So let's look at your biggest asset to use in January. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So this is very much like the sign that was your biggest obstacle. It's big changes, right? So your biggest obstacle and your greatest asset are really linked because we've been asking for these changes. We've been wanting something dramatic to, happen because we know things aren't right now. So I would say probably in the first 2 weeks of the month, you'll likely feel much more driven as you see the cycle finally starting to end. With this, your passion for life returns. You feel more optimistic and you can see that things are falling into place finally. Also, let's be honest, by mid-month, you've probably realized you've unlocked another level of manifesting. So focus on the good and know that the end of the cycle is your biggest asset. So yes, change is going to be scary and that's going to be an obstacle, but the ending of this long cycle is finally about to happen. We won't begin the new cycle until about mid-February, 14th, 15th. But every day we get closer to that, things start changing and they start easing up for Leo. So know that you've got this and you're going to make it through this. Stay optimistic and be brave, okay? Let's look at your career and wealth outlook. Full moon in Scorpio. Okay, Leo, stop worrying about money. And I know that seems almost impossible because you're watching your friends lose their jobs, become redundant, being laid off, and you're also seeing everything is going up in price, from food prices to petrol prices to automobile prices to rent to house payments. Everything is going up. And it's natural to be concerned. But know that you will be fine. You're going to ride this out and everything's going to be okay. So it's time to release any negativity you have around your career or your work situation or money. And if you're an office worker, Leo, this last year has been an intense time with all the office gossip and backstabbing going on. You may be ready to quit and start a new career and just throw your hands up in the air and walk away. And perhaps it's time. But take this as a sign before you move away, make sure you have another place to go. And yeah, it probably is time to move away from that toxic area or situation and those people, but make sure you have a new job offer. This is a really interesting time because it looks like you're going to change directions. And I think you know that what worked before just isn't going to work in the future. One of the situations that makes it also frightening because it's starting something new from scratch. And also, I need to point out, even if you signed a contract, nothing is set in stone. The entire universe is in flux right now. And as we're ending this cycle, and we haven't quite begun the next one, everything is still kind of up in the air. So use this time to make a plan based on what's good for you and your bank account now. But think about your mental health as well, and especially if you've been working too much and not seeing the rewards or promotions that you were promised, it's probably time you rethink your situation and think about doing something that's going to be more fulfilling for you, and it's going to be a better work-life balance as well. You're also changing your ideas about wealth and what it means to be rich or wealthy. Right now, it's more about lifestyle than it is a certain figure or certain possessions for Leo. A lot of change is happening, a lot of plans are being, restructured, and we're really just kind of thinking about what we want to do with the future. As I said, being a fixed sign and not having a good plan or a good solid foundation is really frightening, and then everything else going on in the world, you may feel overwhelmed. But know that, like I say, the cycle's coming to an end and you're going to be fine. All of this is happening in your favor to help you reach your highest potential. Leo generally has the Midas touch when it comes to pulling gold out of the air and saving money and manifesting wealth. But lately, even that's been wonky, and it's because things are out of balance. And if this hasn't been working for you, if you find your luck has been off, then look at your life and address what's out of balance and work towards harmony. You're going to be much better off very soon. Okay, so let's take a look at your home life. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Okay. Leo, you're ready to move or travel or move and travel or just generally get away and just get on with things. This card signals it's time to leave the past behind now because you're headed in the right direction. So if you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards the things that fulfill you, but also the things that probably scare you. And you know that you're not living your life's purpose and that you're probably not going to be happy where you currently are. You will have to get out of your comfort zone and take some big risks to realize your true purpose. And guess what? It's time to take action now. But there's also a good chance that you'll think later, why did I wait so long? So know that you're headed in the right direction now. And if you haven't moved already, Leo, it's time to find a new home. If you have moved, then know that you're right on track and you're on the road to true happiness. This is a big deal because Leo's home is their castle. And when you're not happy at home, things just don't flow right. So yeah, this is about getting out of your comfort zone to reach your full potential. Okay, now let's look at your love life. I'm going to pull a couple of cards here. For committed Leos, yeah, this is a time when you really need to talk to your partner, talk things through, get past the drama. Because it's been building for a while between you and your partner. And more than likely, it's just a misunderstanding and communication will straighten it out. If you feel your partner isn't pulling their weight or supporting you, then by mid-month, you need to sit down and talk things through. Listen and stay calm, and you will learn what's going on with their thought process and see what needs to be addressed. State your case as well, but stay calm. The rest of the month should go smoothly if you can, talk things out. It would also be wise if you could take a weekend away or a small trip with your partner and spend some time relaxing this month or in February. This will ensure that you grow closer and that things are smoother as we head towards the summer. For single Leos, you haven't really been focused on love or dating. Instead, you're working on your career and trying to get your finances in order. But now we see that someone new is about to enter your friend circle or move into your neighborhood. So this person will be introduced to you and you'll probably feel an instant attraction to them and want to get to know more about them. Just go slow and enjoy the chase, Leo. This could develop into a long romance or something more even. So yeah, just take your time with it and don't rush. Okay, so let's look at your health outlook. Luck is on your side, Sag New Moon. All right, so this is a positive card, Leo. If you've been struggling with health issues, this pretty much means that things are going to be smooth sailing in January. It literally means you will be smiling and laughing more. To do that, you know that you're going to be pain-free, and you're not going to be worried about your health. New Moon and Sister Sagittarius can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling down or blue or ill. This card's about adventure. We see Leo doing much more, maybe even taking some risks in January because you're moving out of your comfort zone. You're just ready. You're ready to get out there and see the world. You're ready to travel and you're ready to have fun again. So to do that, you have to be feeling good. It can also signal that a trip away is coming up. We see you excited and feeling able-bodied and ready to have fun in January. So that's more good news. Where will you be at the end of January? And the card is the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Do you see a pattern here? This is all about this cycle ending. It hasn't ended yet, but we're getting closer, and it is the big focus for you. The full moon in Capricorn is about being practical, being analytical, and moving forward with a plan. Let's be honest, worry doesn't work, and at the end of the month, you find you're almost to the finish line, but you have to keep going. And you may be asking yourself, well, what do I actually want, and what am I working for, and am I doing the right thing? You may be asking yourself that, and you were probably asking yourself that all of 2023. But now, as we end January and start looking at February, if you're wondering whether you should stay in your job or leave, this card pretty much is a strong sign that you should, leave. But definitely have another job lined up. The end of a tough cycle is forecast, but we're not there yet, but very soon. So while we're still working through this, keep in mind that you may need to adjust your plan and reevaluate some of your goals, where you want to be and what you want to do. Who do you want to be when you grow up, Leo? And what's important to you? While we're still in this flux, it's the best time to work through that and to get clear on it. So prior to moving forward recklessly this month, Leo, make sure first you have that plan and a strategy with healthy boundaries and intentions to create balance and overall healthy new beginnings with people. Purge what's not working and let go of expectations of what you should have, and free yourself from what is holding you back. The world is opening up to you as you get your mojo back and as you start feeling more like your old self. Like I say, by mid-February, we're going to end the cycle and begin the new one, and everything is going to change. January is going to feel a lot like 2023. Really good opportunities that are going to be presented to you in January that will give you an idea of the theme for 2024. So this has been a lot, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this mini reading, and if it resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. I really appreciate it, and I always enjoy your comments. I haven't really been doing much for Leo lately because, to be honest, it's just been more of the same. It's been this challenge and this struggle and, rest more. And yeah, we were all just kind of going through our shit, but that's changing because now we're going to finally get past this and begin this next wonderful new chapter. In all reality, it's not going to be a new chapter though. It's going to be a brand new book. So it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait to see what you manifest, Leo. So drop me a comment and let me know what's going on in your life. So once again, thanks so much for watching and stay tuned for the next video. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.